Whether you are a new or seasoned social media manager, building a strong portfolio is honestly one of the keys to getting clients. Now, if this is why you're here today, then stay tuned because I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step on how to do that. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, the community for social media managers, digital nomads, and online entrepreneurs. My name is Joanna. Now, let's first address why do you need a portfolio to begin with? Why can't you just use a regular resume? Well, your resume will only showcase a list of your previous job responsibilities, but if you really want to stand out from all the other social media managers and prove to your potential clients that you actually have what it takes to manage their social media marketing, you need to have a portfolio. So what do you need to include in your portfolio in order to showcase that? The first thing you need to include in your portfolio is a short bio about yourself that highlights your experience, skills, and the value that you can offer to your potential client's business as a social media manager. If you want to take it to the next level, you can even include a short video in your bio. Now, having a video in your bio is powerful because it helps you establish a deeper connection and trust faster than your prospects compared to just, text. Because if you think about it, when your potential client watch your video, they can immediately get a sense of your tone of voice, your body language, your personalities. These things are essential to help them make a connection with you. And you can film the video using your phone or camera, upload it to YouTube or Vimeo, make sure to unlist it so other people don't see it. Or you film yourself using tools like Loom or Vinyard and just include a link in your bio. Either way, make sure to include a short video of yourself. It will make a difference. The second thing that you need to include is your skills. Now, I'm not talking about soft skills like communications, leaderships, vague stuff. Don't get me wrong, these are important skills, but you want to include hard skills that every social media managers must have. I'm talking about specific marketing skills, softwares and tool skills. For example, if you know how to create beautiful graphics with Canva, include it. If you know how to use Sprout Social to automate your posting and create analytics report, include that. If you know how to use Premiere Pro to edit videos, include it. If you know how to use Facebook Ads Manager to create and manage campaigns, include that too. What I'm saying is all of these skills are important marketing skills that your potential clients are looking for in order to determine if you are the right fit for them. Therefore, you definitely want to showcase them. Now that you talked about who you are, your skills, it's time to show all of that. So in the next part of your portfolio, there are 3 types of things that you can show: your visual work, your writing examples, and case studies. First of all, show your visual work. What I'm talking about is you can showcase some of the best performing posts you have created in the past. For example, they could be pictures, social media graphics, or video content such as Instagram Reels, TikTok videos, or YouTube or whatever. The best practice here is to always save a copy of your post whenever you work with your client. Don't just post and ghost, because at the end of the day, these are your intellectual properties, even though you're creating content for your client, unless you sign an NDA, which we'll talk about in a bit. Now, the second type of show is your writing samples. Make sure to include your writing examples because copywriting is an important skill for social media management. So you definitely want to showcase all those cool captions that you've written or campaign copies that you've done. And the third type of show is case studies, and you should include 4 main sections. The first section is the project. Now, this section should highlight the duration of the campaign and the platforms that you manage. And the second section is overviews. Now, in this section, you can break down the key objective of the campaign, whether that was to, increase awareness of the account, increase engagement rate, influencer marketing outreach, and etc. And the third section should be your strategy and tactics. Now, this is where you can break down a few of the strategies that you implemented in the campaign. Again, nothing too crazy in detail, but this is where you can mention things like, you focus on creating a consistent content strategy, you created custom graphics or lifestyle photos, Facebook ads campaigns, and etc. The point is you want to give them a little bit more information so they understand the point of the campaign and how you approached it. And the last section is the result. Now, this is the most important part. Numbers talk, right? We're not just talking about an increase in followers and likes. Sure, you want to mention those things too, but this section will include anything that showcase the difference that the campaign you executed had on the brand. Maybe that's how many influencers you partner with, an increase in average weekly post engagement, an increase in web traffic, and etc. You want to make sure that these are simple metrics so that your potential clients can easily understand. Now, before we move on to the next thing that you should include in your portfolio, I promise you guys to talk about NDA, non-disclosure agreement. If you sign an NDA, creating a portfolio can be tricky because you might have done a lot of cool stuff and professionally challenging stuff for your client that you want to showcase in your portfolio. But what's the point when you can't show them with the NDA, right? So before you start working with your client, if possible, you make sure to bring up displaying any case study or anything from your client in your portfolio before you sign the NDA. But the good thing is, oftentimes companies will let you write about the project or disclosing some information about them in your portfolio with some special conditions like leaving out the company's name or adding password protection to the case studies. Either ways, you want to make sure that you communicate with your client and let them know that you want to showcase their stuff in your portfolio and get their permission to do so before you put their stuff on your portfolio. So make sure to do that. Now, for the next part of your portfolio, you can also include some client testimonials to support your visual work, your written examples, and case studies. They could be in the form of written testimonials or video testimonials. Either ways, testimonials are great social proof for your work, so show them off. At this point, you're probably like,
Joanna, I've never worked with clients before, so what should I do?
Well, there are things that you can do right now to ensure that you do have that experience to share on your portfolio. Now, let me ask you this question. If building a social media management business is what you're serious about pursuing, then you might have to hustle for a little while in order to build up your portfolio first. I'm talking about working with clients for free or very low cost option for a short period of time in exchange for case studies and testimonials. I know, it's hard to work for free or it's hard to work at the minimum wage. I know that. I know it's hard to begin, but we all have to start somewhere, right? Sure, you might have to offer your services for free or at a low price for a little while, but keep in mind that money isn't the only way to gain value. Look, if those experiences help you to land ideal clients, that time you spend becomes priceless. Plus, working pro bono on a temporary basis with ideal clients could become a more long-term situation, or at the very least, provide you with a nice testimonials or something to show to your next potential client. So don't let your fear and ego get in the way from taking your first step and building the business that you really truly want. Pricing and service information. Now, this next part is totally optional, but if you already have your packages and pricing information figured out and you're pretty confident about them, you can include it in your portfolio. The advantage of having your pricing information and your services information on your portfolio, it's great because it helps you vet out any clients who can't afford hiring you. So you don't have to waste your time on your discovery calls with them only to find out that they can't afford it, right? But on the other hand, if you don't know how much you should charge yet, you can also just include your, service information without the price and ask your prospect to contact you for the pricing information. So you can do it either way. But this part is important. It really depends on your personal situation of what you want to do. Now, the last part is Q&A as well as a call to action section. Q&A is optional because Q&A is where you can address any common questions that you get asked a lot, such as, do you take payment plans or do you work remotely, etc. But I highly recommend you to include a call to action where you encourage your prospect to take the next step with you and how they can contact you as well. So in your call to action, other than including, like the classic mandatory contact information, such as your phone number, your email, your social media websites, and stuff like that, you can also include a lead generation form where your prospect can fill in their contact information. And that way, when they submit this form, not only you can collect their email address to build your email list, so that you can nurture them further, but you can also pre-qualify these leads to make sure that they are actually a good fit before you do a discovery call with them. So you don't waste time just to find out that they can't afford you or they're not the type of business that you want to work with. So having a lead generation form is really important. So make sure to put your lead generation form in your call to action section. Now that you know what to include in your portfolio, it's time to create one. Well, you can easily create one using Canva. I use Canva to do mine. All you have to do is just head over to Canva, type in the keyword portfolio in the search bar. You then get a list of beautifully designed portfolio templates that you can easily customize it the way you like. But if you're like, I don't have time to do that. I just want something quick that I can plug in my information and send it to my potential clients right away. Well, I got your back. You can download my portfolio template. The link is in the description. This is the templates that I use to get all of my clients and my coaching clients use to get their clients. What's good about my template is that it already includes everything, all the important stuff that I talked about in this video, which are really important information that you need to include in your portfolio. Really nicely designed, I mean, in my opinion. But you can also easily customize it the way you want to fit your branding. So again, my portfolio template is available for download in the description box. So let me know in the comment section if you like it. Now, having a portfolio is great, but the next step is to create your packages, price your services, find your first clients to work with, onboard your clients, and etc. You can click on the screen right now to watch a playlist where I will walk you through all of these important things that you need to learn as a social media manager. Or I'll see you in the next video. Bye!